Hello, everybody. I hope that you can hear me, and I hope that the connection is working very well to let you guys in on some stuff. I was absolutely so busy this morning. I literally woke up at 5:30, like rose out of my bed and was like, I have a for school. And legitimately, I just I just sat there and I wrote the paper, and here we are on the stream. I managed to make my matcha, so I think we're in a great spot. I know Isabella's here, which is awesome because I know that you said that the time zones are really finicky, so I'm glad you were able to make it. Because I know a lot of people that I know on AuthorTube, they're actually behind me. So I know that a lot of people are probably sleeping right now. So that's definitely a problem. But I think Isabel might be the only one here right now. Possibly. Yeah, I think I'm the other person watching. But if you have any questions, oh my gosh, Ian! Ah, hello, Ian. I wanted to let you know that I have been reading your book for the client work on Fiverr, and it's up. I'm enjoying it so far. I wanted to let you know that I'm enjoying it so far. So I'm very excited to see where it goes. But yeah, if either of you have any questions for me, let me know, or anything we just want to talk about, let me know as well. And I think we'll wait a few more minutes, maybe till like 7:05 until we start. I know that when I thought about scheduling this yesterday, I don't know what I was on. I'd been thinking about doing a random pop-up stream for a while, but I was just like, yeah, I currently have allergies. My throat is currently burning. Yeah, let's do a stream tomorrow. Also, I'm incredibly busy. Let's do a stream tomorrow. But we managed to clear it all up, and here we are. And we're doing great, and we're all here, and we're going to be productive. The goal is to try to be as productive as possible because sometimes I join streams and I love listening to people talk, but I have to skip ahead because I'm just trying to be productive. And that is pretty much the goal. So hopefully I won't blab too much. I thought you deleted it and burned your computer. And I literally can't. I did not. It is very good. I was just working on stuff for somebody else first, and then I only finally just got started with it. And I enjoy it so far. But I'm only at chapter 4. But so far I am enjoying it. I really like it. Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I agree. Productivity has gone out the window for me this week. I've been very productive, but towards the end I was just like this is too much. I am scrolling on my phone because I'm getting paralyzed by how much I have to do. But you know what? I don't mind the blabbing. I ramble all the time. No, literally. When I film vlogs, I think I've said this before, but they start out being, the majority of them, like an hour and 30 minutes long. So when I give you guys like a 40, 50-minute video, I promise you, I have cut that thing down as much as I possibly can. Okay. Oh yeah, you guys should say what you're working on. You too, Ian. Okay. LOL, I'm working on revisions for my middle grade novel, Island Keepers, and copy edits for my soon to be released book. That's so cool that you're writing middle grade. I love middle grade. You'll have to, if you feel comfortable, I would love to hear what it's about because that sounds wonderful. Like YA middle grade are my jam. I will I will read. I write young adult, so like they're absolutely amazing. Okie dokie. Currently 7:05. Looks like we have 3 people here. Okay. Oh, Ian. Okay, Ian is working on book 6, 13K into it so far. Yes, I saw that you posted your work starting book 6 video or something along those lines. So that is absolutely crazy. I feel like you're going through them at like a really solid speed. And 13K is really good. So that's really awesome. Okay. Isabel says I do have a series out in Chantria and ebook for. Wait, okay, wait. I'm looking it up. I'm gonna write that down because I'm legit interested. I'm gonna write that down. I will find it because I really that sounds so cool. Guardians Air? That sounds awesome. Book 4. Do you know how many books are going to be in your series? Because that's so cool that you're on book 4. Okay, Dania says good morning. Good morning. I hope that you're doing well this morning. Okay, can't share what. Very fair, very fair. But as a girl, a griffin, and for. Ooh, that sounds so fun. That sounds so fun. It's the final book. Okay, that's so cool though. You're almost done. That's so cool. I bet that has a bunch of mixed feelings, a bunch of excitement, and also like, uh, I'm done. No, but that's so exciting. I love that. 'Tis the finale. Yes. Okay, it is now 7:06. I think we might have the majority of people here. So I'm gonna go ahead and figure out how to share the focus. Keep in mind, I've only done this once, so it may take a minute for me to figure out how to do it. Okay, wait. Okay. Okay, we're getting there. Okay. Wait. But now I have to add to stage. Okay, perfect. Okay. I tried to pick the cutest one that I could find on Focus. And I like this one. So we're doing this one. We should do a vote. What is the time for our first sprint? I'm good with 25. I am good with 40. I'm actually more of a long sprinter, but it might be good to do a shorter one to have us warm up since we're just starting out. Okay, so vote in the comments. 25, maybe 20, maybe 30. It's up to y'all. Oh, I guess I should tell you guys what I'm working on. Currently I'm working on rereading through my manuscript and leaving in like comments because why I didn't do that before I started editing, I don't know. But I'm gonna be trying to get to like chapter 12 by the end of this weekend because I am behind. But we are trucking along. Okay, it looks like Isabel says normally 15 to 20-minute sprints, 25. Okay, that makes sense. How about we meet in the middle and we do a 20? If I can figure out how to change it, because I'm actually terrible at using this. Just give me 1 second. Wait, okay, wait. I think I might know how to change it. Is that how you do it? I'm not sure. Legitimately. Okay, we're gonna go with this. Wait, I can make it cute though. But how do I do that? Bear with me, y'all. It's a struggle. I want to find the cute one. There it is. There it is. Okay, perfect. We are ready to go. Are y'all ready? It looks like everybody is ready. Ian says 25. 40-minute sprints, yes. And then, okay, awesome. If you guys have any questions during the rain sprint, let me know and comment them down below, and we'll try to answer them after this one. But let's get going in 3, 2, 1. Good luck, everybody. Okay, everybody. How did it go? Also, B. Brooke, I'm so glad you're here. I think it went fairly well. I'm currently on chapter 3, so I got through all of chapter 2, which was really good. And honestly, the chapter 2 is something that I added as like a multiple perspective that wasn't in draft 1. And I think that I thought I knew that it needed to be rewritten, but I don't think that it needed to be as rewritten as I thought it was. So that's really good that I don't need to do as much work as I thought I needed to do. It's actually not as bad. It's mostly just kind of a voice rewrite and maybe a few little changes. So that was really good. It looks like B. Brooke just tied up a chapter that they were working on yesterday, which is awesome. It's always good to finally complete a chapter. Yes, Isabel's been working on Island Keepers and did get almost 3K today. That is really good. I love a good 3K. It's like not too much that you're basically like tapped out for a couple days, but it's not like too little that you're not getting a lot done. 3K is a really solid amount. No, and that one's burnt. Yeah, fair. Just kind of worried about burnout in Act 2. Yeah, you need to be very, very careful and very kind on yourself and make sure you get enough free time. And yeah, Act 2, I agree. I'm worried about my Act 2. It's gonna be a beast to fix. Okay. Ian says I had to read back a bit to know where I was. Likely only wrote 100 or so words. That's very true. I think reading back is very important. So now that you've read back, you're able to get more of a solid standpoint to go off of. But 100 words still with reading back is really good. Okay, it looks like Dania, I was able to get some world building on the page. So good so far. Yes, I love world building so much. So I hope you're having fun with that. It can also be frustrating sometimes too. Okay. Gail the writer says I've officially entered the bad guys clothes and feet, so I did some planning for that. Yes, I love all of the Act 3 beats. I love Dark Night of the Soul. Absolutely torturous. I will read it all day long. I love Bad Guys Close In. The tension. Chef's kiss, always. Okay. Book says, but we're about to leave. I'm sad you have to leave, but I'm glad that you're going to a national park. I love a good national park. Love that. Spell says, well, at least I'm not the only one in the muddy Act 2 trenches. Very, very true. Very, very true. Let me know if you guys have any questions for me and stuff like that. If you guys want to comment the last line you wrote, I know Natalie and Taylor do that on theirs. Also, if you guys are trying to get a lot of writing in today, I know that after this, we're going to be done around 10, if not earlier. Cody, the writer, is going to have his stream at 11. And then later tonight at 7, Natalie and Taylor are doing their, I believe it was 10K? I think it's 10K weekend. So we have like 3 streams on AuthorTube today, and probably even more that I'm not aware of. So you could just jump from each one to each one. But also, careful about burnout. But I think that that'd be really fun. I'm thinking about doing that and going to Cody's stream, but also like, do I forego my responsibilities and just write my story all day? That may not be a good idea. Okay. Isabel says, do any of you have tips for revisions in Act 2? That's a very good point. If any of you have tips for revision Act 2, definitely let her know, because I would have to think about tips for revisions in Act 2. I think the biggest tip that I've discovered about revision, and you might have already realized this because you're in Act 2 and you've written multiple books, but I think that just looking at your work objectively instead of subjectively, like, I hate to say taking your emotions out of it, has really helped me. Just separating the art from the artist means that I'm not going to think that it's bad because I have low self-esteem, or I'm not going to think that it's great because I have high self-esteem. I have the latter, but like but basically that means that you're separating the art from yourself. So if you do find something that is bad and not that great that you can fix, you just fix it. So I think that that's really helped me. Let's see what else you guys have said. Oh my gosh, sorry. For some reason, the focus was still going. Okay. I do enjoy the little details, though I definitely struggle with overthinking. Yes. I definitely get into the paralysis with all of that stuff, so. Yep. Yeah, it does. It does. It's also harder than it's harder than it looks, like, to think about it that way. So, I definitely get where you're coming from. Like, my current perspective is like, okay, I've written a book, but can I edit a book? Because editing is extremely difficult. I believe I can do it, but I feel like it's just, you have to spend so much time with your story, and you have to, it takes a lot. So, not much. I can look, yeah, yeah, very much so. It's a, it's a rewrite, very much so. Yeah. So, okay. If any of you guys have any other questions or anything that you would talk about and you want to drop your last lines, go for that. And if not, we can go ahead and look towards starting our second sprint. Let me know in the comments if you guys want to do 20 minutes again or if you want to do a different time, and then we'll get started on that. But yeah. Also, let me know what your drink of choice at the moment is, because we gotta have. I literally have two drinks right now. I have my water, and I have my matcha. Also, if you guys saw me gasp in the writing sprint, that was because I saw Beef Broke got online, and I was like, okay. Oh no! You know what? Eating is important. Go eat. Eating is very important. I'm glad that you had a good time. That's very awesome. And thank you. Good luck with your writing as well. 3K is awesome, and I'm very proud. Okay, let's see. Okay, I believe. Okay, let's see. Ian says, I need a fresh tea. Need more time on the clock to get it. You know what? You know what? We'll wait. We'll wait for you to come back. If you want, we'll wait for you to come back, and then we'll start. We'll wait for you to get your tea, Ian. I don't know. I am socially awkward, so I apologize. I can yap all day long, but when I have to fill up space, I cannot yap for the life of me. This is definitely an interesting situation. Okay. Um, if nobody has anything else, I think we might go ahead and start. Do we want to do 20, 25, maybe? Maybe 30? Maybe 2 hours? That was a joke. Not 2 hours. Yeah. Let me go ahead and set it up for the 20, and if you guys have any objection, we will change it. Okay. Also, if it helps, I spent a year writing the first 6 books, so going back to revise book 1 or 2 is easier because I forget them. That's very true. Love, the space is very, very important. Okay. Awesome. Thank you. 20 to 30. You know what? Let's meet in the middle. Let's do a 25 if I can figure out how to edit, figure out how to run the Flocus, because clearly I am not the most tech savvy person in the world. Okay. We are looking at 25 minutes. Okay, perfect. I managed to get it. I think that we are going to go start. I wish you guys luck if you're writing. Hope the writing goes well. If revising, hope the revising goes well. If you're doing anything else, I hope that goes well. But let me share the screen and let's get started sprinting in 3, 2, 1. Okay, hello everybody. Welcome back. If you guys want to drop a comment and talk about how the stream went, that'd be awesome. I'd love to know. If you're writing, how many words did you get? If you're editing, how's it going? I feel your pain. Um, I managed to get through chapter 3, but when we started the sprint, I realized that I'm editing draft 2 kind of. Like I'm reading through all that I've done so far throughout the book, and I added like 3 chapters. So my book is now like 27 chapters long, and I made my plan for rereading, like for how much I need to get done a day for 24 chapters. So technically, getting done with chapter 3 means I've only like gone through chapter 1 on the original manuscript, which means I'm actually more behind than I thought I was. But then again, behind is relative because it's a self imposed deadline. I know us writers love those, our favorite thing in the world. But I still think it's going really well. When you're reading your story and you're just having I'm just having the best time. Like I know that there are issues and I know that there are things that need to be fixed, but at the same time, I am the biggest fangirl for my characters in the world. Like every single interaction or like friendship banter or anything, I am there for it. I'm like every single like little joke that I forgot that I put in there, I'm like cackling. Like I know that there are issues, but at the same time, this is the fun part. I love reading my book. Editing it, that's a different story because I'm like I said before, I try to think of it objectively, and that is because I think of it like naturally, so subjectively. I am so connected to this original version, and that means editing it can get a bit finicky, but we are trying our best. It looks like Ian still only got 100 or so. I'm a very slow writer, but I do it for so many hours per day that a book eventually makes its way out of me. You know what? That's very fair. Usually, I feel like when people are slower writers, like the actual content is better. I don't want to say better, but like when people fast draft something and they just say, I'm just going to write and I'm going to like get through it, usually it's because they're more like on the editing side of things. But when you're writing slower, I feel like you're paying a lot more attention to what you're saying. So I mean, everyone does things differently, so it's you got progress and that's what matters. But yeah, I think we're all doing good. If anyone has any questions, let me know because yapping without any constraints is difficult for me. Um, I'm not sure if we'll go for the full 3 hours that I set down. If you guys want to, I will probably be writing till 10, and then after that, take a little break, go on Cody's stream, write, and then maybe even go on Natalie's. I love rereading my book, and that means that sometimes all of my other responsibilities are considered fallen to the wayside, but honestly, I need to make progress, so I worked all week, so basically, it balances itself out. Okay, bottled water. Also, so glad that you're here. I was just like, oh my gosh, bottled water is here. They said honestly was just getting set up and haven't opened my dock yet. LOL. You know what? Very fair. Sometimes you need to make sure that your space is completely ready before you start. I completely get that. I have to make my drink. I have to like get my music set up. Usually I'm listening to music. I'm not right now because the stream. But honestly, I really love writing without music sometimes. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just like the empty space. Maybe it's like the thing with like white noise or whatever. Like there's just nothing and then you're just writing. I don't know. Maybe that's just my personal opinion. But anyway, I I'm trying to think of what else to talk about in our little break. What to talk about? Hmm. I'm trying to think if I have any questions for you guys. I'm not sure. I don't know. But I'm really enjoying this because I just love my characters so much. I just love their relationship and it's just so obviously they're not friends yet. Like, they're not friends right now, but I know the potential. I see it. Okay. Bottle Water says, "What was your last night line or line you want to share?" Because I'm rereading, I'm just leaving comments, but I could see if there's a line that I want to share. There's a bunch of like I've been going through and highlighting things that like I'm sure that I like. So I would have to look, but everyone else you should do that if you feel comfortable with it as well. Okay. Oh, I have a good one that I didn't read in my video. I think that I could read if I can find it. I have a bunch of like funny ones, but I don't know if they make sense out of context. Let me see. Okay, wait, I think I didn't read this one. This is like a series of lines. This is in reference to my main character Ace, his relationship with his father, and how he's feeling like after his father has died, which is the inciting incident. It says, "When his father was alive, they looked at him in pride, wondering where he'd gotten such maturity. They asked him how his father was and smiled knowingly, too knowingly, and he'd squirm away from their grasp before the conversation could get more than dull. Now that his father was dead, they looked at him in pity, as if his father's absence should cause a schism in him, immobilizing him, when it did quite the opposite. People didn't mourn for him when his father was alive. They mourned for him when his dad was dead." I don't know if I've read that one. I really don't know. But yeah, I really like that one. There are some that I'm like, oh, I love it. I love it so much. Let's see. Ian says, "Sorry, I should have a list of questions made of it." You know what? Honestly, fair. I'm currently going blank. I always like people come up with such creative questions, and I'm sitting there like, how did you come up with that? That's legitimately like the most fun question I've ever thought of. Okay. Yay, Isabel, I'm so glad you're back. I hope that you enjoyed your dinner. I hope that it was very, very good. Let's see what Anne's last line. "Pity about the recorders, but I guess criminals don't like leaving breadcrumbs." Honestly, I love that. I love that. I bet the context is so funny. I must know. Like he's probably so frustrated or she. I don't know whose voice it's in, but that sounds really cool. Oh, yay, Isabel, please. Oh no. Oh, we were almost gonna get a line. I was so excited. Okay. Ooh, to schism part. I love. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's one of the better ones. So know that some of the other ones not as good. Also, it's difficult because obviously I haven't revealed like the premise of my story, and it's like integrated throughout the whole thing. So I have to be careful not to like spoil anything important. But I'm glad you guys liked it. That's really sweet because I really like it too. So sorry. I don't mean to sound narcissistic. I think it's because I separate the book from myself like so much, or at least I try to. That like if I like something, I like it, and if I hate something, I hate it. Like it's not. I try not to make it too emotionally charged. I already wrote an entire book with a ton of emotion. I can edit it without the emotion. I don't know. That doesn't make sense. I'm clearly just like blabbing about the most random stuff because I don't know what to talk about. I just realized that the focus is still. My bad, y'all. Okay. I just realized my closet is open. Oh, that's actually so creepy. I'm sorry. I'll go close that in a second. Okay, wait. Bottled water dropped something. Okay, character. Looked down at the congealing gray sludge in the pot and poked it with a wooden spoon. It bobbled ominously in reply. Ooh. I want to know the context. I know you don't want to reveal it, but it sounds so fun. I love Nepo baby. Oh my gosh. That's so funny. Stop. Wait, I need to read it with knowing that now. Look down at the congealing gray slush in the pot and poked it. Okay, so they don't know how to cook. Honestly, I can relate. I am not a great cook either. It goes poorly, lol. Yeah, that's what happens when I try to cook. Me too. I know how to cook things because I feel like you follow a recipe and it's simple, but then at the same time there's so much. I feel like there's an aspect of luck that goes into cooking. I don't know if that's true or not, but I feel like there's an aspect of luck that goes into cooking. Okay. It looks like I'm trying to think. Do you guys I think we'll stick with the 25 minutes. I'll give everybody a second if you guys have any other questions or anything that you want to talk about or any last lines. I would love to read them because all of these sound so fun. I love it. Okie dokie. Let me get back to my place. Chapter 4. Perfect. Okay. It looks like nobody has anything else. If no one opposes to this in like the next 10 seconds, I know that the stream is behind on YouTube, but I think we're going to do another 25 if that sounds good to y'all. Or, yeah, we'll do another 25. It's a really odd time for me because I finish up the chapter around like the 15 to 20 minute mark, but honestly, it gives me time to like set up for the next chapter. So I do like the 20 to 25. But okay, bottled water is good with that. And you know what? That's all we need. Hi! Oh my goodness. Hi. I'm glad that you are also good with that. I am the boss. The struggle is real. I don't think I'm meant to be a boss, but here we are. This is why I cannot I can lead. This is a different situation. Okay, we are going to go with 25. Sorry I'm unhinged. Let's add this to the stage. And we are going to get started. Everybody, good luck with your writing and editing. I hope that it goes well. And I will see you at the end of the sprint in 3, 2, 1. There we go. Okay, okay. It looks like that is the end of that sprint. Um, I'm glad that you guys are here. I was looking at the YouTube for a second and everyone left and it was just me for a few minutes, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to end it after this one. But you guys came back, which is awesome. I love that for you guys. I was like, I don't know what to do. I guess I'm just gonna end the stream. So thank you guys for being here. Um, I comment down below what you guys did in the sprint, your successes, your wins, your writing woes. I ended up getting through chapter 4. It was very short because it was the chapter that I had last been editing when I first started my editing process. So it's not even a finished chapter, but I actually ended up having a lot of edits to think about it. And I'm currently on chapter 5. Some of it was missing, so I had to copy it over. I think I deleted it because I plan on rewriting it, but I never did because we're in the draft 2, like edited, like document. So I'm currently on chapter 5, and yeah, things are going pretty well. I think we're making a lot of good progress. Let's look at what you guys were able to do. It looks like bottled water got 277, which is awesome. That is a great number for a 25-minute sprint. It looks like Ian got 121, which is awesome because the last two times you got 100, and that is better than what was before, and you're making a lot of progress, which is awesome. Dania is looking up names for school and magic council. That sounds so fun. I love names so much. I think that they're so cool and they're so interesting. And they also say a lot about world building. And I think that that's awesome. Like, my main character's name is Ace, which is like a pretty common name, but he's named Ace after the Ace of Spades, which is like less common, I'd say. And then one of the other characters is named Biston, which obviously isn't even really a name. He's named after the Biston bitularia, which is a moth. And then we have Beatrix, which is kind of like, it's kind of more well known. It's not Beatrice, but it's Beatrix, so it does have a slight spin on it. So I love names, and it's so cool that you're looking up names. If you want to share any of them with us, I would definitely be interested. I love looking at fun names. I think that they're so cool. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it, but the graphs where people like take two different fantasy names and then like mold them together and they make like new names. I think that that stuff is so cool and so clever because some people are just able to like come up with really interesting names, but I cannot. Like, the combination sounds like it would be helpful. So definitely let me know. I love fun character names. I know that for my first book that I ever written, as of current, my main character's name is Velvetina. So her name started out being Valentina, and then I made it Velvetina. So like I am a strange names lover, but also I understand that they need to make context within like the world that everything is taking place. But yeah, I think that that's awesome. If it sounds like a lot of us got a lot done, which is really cool. If you guys have any questions or any other writing wins, definitely drop them in the chat. I'm thinking, this depends what you guys say because we have the stream set for 3 hours and I want to make sure that like people who do have to join late because it is a really early sprint are able to join, but at the same time I know that 3 hours is like a long time to like do multiple sprints. So I don't know if we'll make it to, I guess we're only going to 10. That's only like an hour away. We've already been doing this for almost 2 hours. You know what? We are going to go to 10. We are going to go to 10 because I need to be productive, and I'm assuming that y'all are also here to be productive. So, yeah. Okay. Yes. I love a good character name. They're just so fun. Like, the whole world building aspect, as long as it's not like getting overwhelming and frustrating, it's just so fun. It's I don't know if this is a universal experience. This is also, I probably more so of people who play with Barbies, but like sometimes when I would play with Barbies with my sister, like I wouldn't enjoy the actual like story part. It was just the dressing up part that was fun, like sorting out and like getting the outfits. That's the fun part. And they were like, okay, let's play now. No, I think that that correlates to world building, like liking the whole setup situation. But then when you get to the actual part, you're like, yeah, I'm done. Anyway, I don't know if that makes sense to anyone. Let's see. So far, I like Havercrest. That sounds so fun, Havercrest. I love that. It's kind of giving me like Sherlock Holmes, like England, if that makes sense, like detective vibes. I know that I'm not sure what you're working on actually, but oh, Magic Council. So I think that that definitely is a good name for like a school or a Magic Council because that sounds really really cool, like Havercrest. I love that so much, actually. I think that that is a great name. I love it. Okay. Let's see. Anything else to talk about? Oh, if you guys have any last lines that you'd like to share, please share them. I would love to hear them. I love a good last line. Um, I guess what is the last line that I read? Um, so the last line I read was like, he pointed down every creature, down to the smallest lizard, begging the man to slow down and stop, and you're about to hit it. And then I highlighted that, and then I said, does this really make sense for Ace's character to say? So one of the biggest thing for me that I enjoy in editing is like seeing if a metaphor makes sense within the context of like who the character is and like what their interests are, what their personality is, where they live. One of the examples that's prominent is that I'm talking about Biston and I say like he brushes off his shoulder like water, and then I realized they literally in the desert. I feel like they're never gonna get really that much water to brush it off your shoulder. So I changed it to like brush off your shoulders like sand, which makes a lot more sense within the context of where they live. So things like that, I love. Sorry, I just had like a fear realization. Okay, anyway. Oh, Isabel's back! Yay! I'm so glad you're here. Uh, you can come back and leave as many times as you want. We will always welcome you back. Last line to share. Okay, Ian's first on the podium. Throws out spikes at a chosen velocity and welds them in place, used for rapid construction in anoxic environments, handheld but would to lift in grav panel areas. Interesting. So it's like definitely like an explanation or like someone is currently like working on something. I think that's interesting. That's very interesting. This is kind of the last line. Enchantria Book 4. No, not the last line. Stop. I'm so happy that you're sharing this with us. Oh my goodness. Maybe all she needed was her, all the parts of her, good or bad or mixed, and the people who loved her, the people she'd stand beside till the end of time, if that's what she had to do. That's so sweet. That's also just that's also just such like a good ending. That's like maybe all you need is like the people around you. I love that so much. That's so sweet. I love that for an ending. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was completely off looking for murder weapon. Now I have to read within the context. Oh, okay. That's interesting. I see what you're doing there. I love it. I agree. I love it as well. Very cool. All of you guys have such good quotes. I really love them. They're really, really fun. And it makes me excited to read your stories one day. Honestly. Ah, so fun. Okay. Yes. Isabel, I love that. Yes, I agree. Bottled water. It's very, very, very fun. Okay, we're gonna get bottled water's last line. I'm excited. Okay. Okay, look, character said. Maybe this is the Nepo baby from earlier. Oh, look, character said. I can make carbonara. Sometimes. Sometimes it gets all watery and I don't know why. That's very true. That's very true. If I'm honest with you, I don't even know what carbonara is. I'm maybe thinking that it's a pasta, but I could be completely off about that. But the fact that I don't even know what that is probably tells you that I'm not a great cook. Yes. I'm excited for you. That's such an accomplishment. I have a question for you. I want to know how long that you've been writing, cuz 4 books is a lot, and if you've done any other series, because that is a lot, and I would love to know like the timeline because that's really cool. The shock. I was actually right for once. It's a pasta. Okay. That makes me want to try it now. That makes me want the pasta. Oh, that sounds good. Not the one that your character's making, because if it is the gray sludge that's moving that you mentioned earlier, I think I will be staying away. Hi, Malik. Oh, it's so great that you're here. I'm glad that you were able to make it to the live stream. Oh, comment down below what you're working on, what you're doing. Okay, bottled water. I may be projecting onto this character because carbon is hard. Well, you know what? At least the character is trying, and also that makes it make a lot of sense. And that also adds something to it, because, like, if it's already a hard thing to make, maybe them not making it isn't too bad. Or it could also say, like, a lot about their background and where they're from, and, like, if they eat carbonara a lot. I don't know. Um, Isabel, you've only been writing for 2 years. That's actually incredible that you've done 4 books in 2 years. That's awesome. And you've been working on a few more books in between. I love that. That's so sweet. Oh, that's so awesome. I'll have to look into the books, because like I said before, I love middle grade. Middle grade young adult has my complete heart. Okay. No, that's their Tim not their tip risotto. No. I at least know what risotto is. That makes sense. You know what? That does make more sense for risotto. That it's a gray sludge. Okay, so they're trying to cook multiple things. My bad. Okay, what is the name of your show? Yes, Enchantria. Sounds very cool. I agree. I agree, Isabel. You are knocking them out. I've been writing. How long have I been writing now? I've been writing for 2 years now too. Like, not seriously, it's almost 2 years seriously. In a few months it will be. But like, I've completed 1 book and I'm editing one. So that is honestly such an accomplishment. Standing ovation. Currently going through it and trying to remove any grammar errors that slip past them. Yeah. Those things are very, very important to find, but also very difficult to find if you're really close to the manuscript. Hello, I love your videos for some. Oh, thank you. That's so sweet. I'm glad that you love my videos. I'm glad that you enjoy them. I really try my best. So I'm glad that you're here on the live. Oh my gosh. Guys, there's literally a bird on my window. I don't know if I can show you. But it's the cute. Stop. It's communicating with me. It's like I'm in love. Okay. I've been writing for one. That makes it even more crazy. That makes it even more crazy, Isabel, that you've only been writing for like 1 year seriously, and you've done 4 books. You must you when you say seriously, you must mean seriously. This is so true. This is so true. It takes a lot of confidence to publish something, like whether you're doing traditional or self, because like you're definitely putting yourself out there and making yourself vulnerable. Yes, that's exactly how the bird was looking at me. That's exactly correct. I don't even need to show you a picture. Just look at this comment, and this is how the bird was looking at me. Oh wait, okay. Plus I get a lot of shiny ideas. So 7 to 8 part. Love. That's a lot of projects. That's a lot of projects. I know some writers who just like they always get a new shiny idea and they're like, I have to write it. I have to write it. But like I feel like I get a lot of ideas, but not all of them. I'm like, yeah, that'd be cool. Like I feel like I can only devote my focus to one at a time. I do plan on going back to my very first project before this one to work on it, but I'm thinking about November for that. I think that'd be a cool like November writing month situation. Also, if you guys saw the stuff with NaNoWriMo, that's all I have to say. Okay, yes, we agree. Wait, I forgot we can do emojis. That's supposed to be a wow face. You know what? That makes more sense. That makes a lot more sense within context. Okay, my tip is probably just to try to write out a bit of those ideas. I agree. I've heard that the best thing to do is kind of like make like a book blurb or like a short one-liner, and if it sounds like it would be intriguing and if you can write it out that way that it's a good thing to pursue maybe. I think that that's really cool. Yeah, just write 2 or 3 paragraphs about them. Very true. And 2 pages. Love that. That's more of a synopsis, I think. Oh my gosh, Caroline, hello. How did I not know you were streaming? Gonna go eat breakfast though and start my garden. But good luck, everybody. You're starting a garden? And nice to see you live, Hannah. Thank you. I love that. I'm so glad you saw this. No, I literally decided to do this yesterday, so that's on me. That's why a lot of people probably don't know that I'm streaming. Get that idea out and acknowledge it. And then yes. 100%. Once you get it out of your head and you have it down. Also, in case you forget anything, it's so important to have that. Works for me. One at a time, gang. Yeah, one at a time, gang. Love that. A garden. I love the garden. If you put in your next video like pictures of the garden, I would watch it. I love a good garden. That's so cool. That's so cool. Great minds think alike. Alas, it's 11 p.m. I feel for you, bottled water. Here, so it's bedtime for me. Thanks for the stream. I really just needed to break the seal on this chapter. So helpful. I am so glad it was so helpful. I'm glad we're all getting stuff done and being productive. That is the entire goal. But I hope that you have a good night, good night's rest, no nightmares, good productive sleep. So yeah, I'm starting. Oh, you guys are twins, both starting gardens. I love that. What are you growing there, if you don't mind me asking? So many things. Okay, we're getting a list. We're getting a list. We're getting a list. I love those. Wait, let me make sure I'm thinking of the right thing. Yes, yes, those are so pretty. I bet those look so good. They're currently seedlings and they're beautiful. Yes, I love that for you. Good night, bottled water. Thank you for coming. We'll see you again hopefully. Have a good night's rest. Yes, I agree. So pretty. I love marigolds with my whole heart. I love the name Marigold. Like, imagine Marigold as a name. It just sounds so fun. And then you could do like, oh, I just love it. I love Marigold as a name. I might try to post it. Yes. You know what? We're here for the garden content. Clearly, a lot of the writers are also gardeners. And also, Write with Joy, she has a plant channel. So I feel like there'd be a lot of people that are interested. If I can figure out how to very, very fair. Footage outside is particularly hard, and also compiling it. Yes. Buy bottled water. Good night. Okay. Oh, that's definitely a great name. Thank you. I think it'd be so pretty. Okay, we're getting a list. We're getting a list. Everybody calm down. Okay, let's go. Parsley, solid. Oregano, solid. Spinach, cilantro, mint, thyme. So like a lot of spices, which I love that. I think spices are so fun to grow, and then they're also really useful because you can actually use them, which is awesome. Strawberries, very good. Butterfully flowers. I've never heard of those, but butterfully is such a funny word. I love that. Um, unless you meant butterfly, but I like butterfly. It's kind of fun. Broccoli. I feel like I've never heard of growing broccoli. I don't know why. Obviously, it's a plant, so it comes from the ground, but I feel like I've never heard of growing it, so that's really cool. Celery, love. Lettuce, marigolds, yes. Blackberries, love blackberries. Cantaloupe, green beans, cucumbers, basil, tomatoes, lemon tree. So you're basically growing your pantry. Like, this is going to be your kitchen. You are going to go out there and like get your food. I love that. There's so many different ones. I love tomatoes. If you guys don't know this, I am a tomato supporter. I love tomatoes till like the day I die. Like when I was a kid, I would go out and eat them like straight off the vine. I love tomatoes with my whole heart. So that makes me happy that you're growing tomatoes. I would totally share my garden on my channel, and yes, marigolds are so amazing. Yes! Love. Okay, my mom accidentally bought tomato seeds too. Wait, did you buy the tomato seeds? Is this tomato seed slander? Wait, you'll have to tell me. Thanks. I'm hoping majority of them will live. That's real. You know what? If you just throw them all out there and you try to do your best for them all, some of them have to make it. Like percentage-wise, statistically, some of them have to. Spices. Yes. Yes, me too, honestly. I love that. I love that. That's so fun. Okay, Ian's with the tips. Be sure to isolate the mint. Yes. Okay. Sadly, I've limited space. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay, tis not slander. Tis not slander. Okay, okay, tis not slander. You know what? Happy accidents, Bob Ross. But they are there, and we shall make facts. That gives me a flashback to the Lorax movie and the Let It Grow song. I'm never gonna get that out of my head. It'll be there rent free all day. Okay. You shall. Facts. Facts. We had 90 tomato plants a couple seasons ago. Tomatoes. That sounds like my dream. That sounds like my dream. Okay. I think they're German tomatoes. That's so interesting. I'd be interested to like see what they look like. That is a lot of tomatoes. Caroline, do you have any tips for growing tomatoes? Yes. Tips. My family grows tomatoes. Like I can literally see the garden from the yard right now where they grow tomatoes, and they make salsa. They make spaghetti sauce like every year, which is really awesome. So we have like tomato sauce and salsa on stock, and it's perfect. It's magnificent. That reminds me that I should probably borrow some salsa from them because it's so good. Okay, we're getting tips. We're getting tips. My mom has grown tomatoes before. I have not, so unfortunately, I'm no expert. But Roma tomatoes and cherry tomatoes grow easier. Very true than big beef tomatoes, and they can kind of provide shade for smaller herb plants beneath them. That's a great tip. That's a great tip, Caroline. Okie dokie. Let's wait a few minutes. If you guys have any questions for me, let me know. I literally keep saying that. It's like, please give me questions. I do not care. I'm just I'm just saying that because I need structure. Really? 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 Sorry, I've just never heard of like tomatoes in wine. That's never been like that's so interesting. Maybe that's a common thing and I'm just not aware. Okay, thank you, Isabel. Random question. Thank you. I love that. I love that. How do you deal with chapter titles? Um, Unfortunately, I don't have a great answer for this. Right now, I just have like chapter and then the number, but I know some people, and I love books that have titles. But if I were to do them, it's probably something that I'd wait till the end of the book to do. I don't know if that helps, but I think it's good either way. I feel like honestly, I don't know if I could do it because I feel like it takes a certain level of creativity and also understanding of your story to do chapter titles, but I really think we should bring chapter titles back. I love a good chapter title, and honestly, sometimes they can be like really funny, and I think that they're awesome. Okay. Yes. Okay. Haha, really. Also, that is so interesting to me. I truly know nothing. That's very cool. I'm that I fully support. You should 100%. I think more people should do chapter titles. I think that they're really really cool. And I think that you have so much potential to like change how the reader goes into a chapter based off of it. Like if it's a funny title like sarcastic, maybe like Percy Jackson, it would have a different impact than maybe a different more like somber title, and also titles that have multiple meanings. Like you think that it means one thing and then you get to the end of the chapter and you're like that's why it's called that chapter. I think that that's cool, like a cool double meaning situation. And chocolate orange. You truly are. What's the word? You're very skilled. You're very skilled in the makings of the wines with the fruits and the veggies and the things. Let's see. That's awesome. Chocolate orange. Love chocolate orange. Okay. Okay, right. I'm ready. A chance. I love a chance. I love that. That's perfect. The choosing, shards of glass, ooh, I love what you did there. A second chance. Falling through the sky can be rather deadly. I really like the long one, the last one. I think that it's very interesting, and I'd be interested to like read the chapter to know like falling through the sky can be rather deadly. And also it's also kind of funny. It's like, yeah, I fell through the sky. I could have died. Something like that. I love the sarcasm, funny notes. Notes? I'm talking about like perfume. Notes. Okay. Yes. Yes, I agree. I agree. It does. We all need to look up Enchantria. That's for Island Keepers struggling through Act 2 right now. Yes. Well, perhaps I shall get. Yes, you should 100% let us know. We will be ready. That sounds so cool. Also, I just love beta reading in general. Okay. I think that we need to be productive. Because it is currently 9:07. I think that it is time to be productive. I think that we might do we're gonna do 25, unless anyone has anything to say. If you prefer like a longer sprint, let me know, because we could try to do one to like finish up before 10 o'clock, because it's currently 9:07. But if no one says anything, well, we could do a 20 actually. We're gonna do two 20s or 140. Vote in the comments below which one, because that gives us time to talk in between. But also a 40 would make a lot of sense. A 40 would actually make a lot of sense. But I also know that some people cannot do 40. Like that is not it. So you guys let me know. I have nothing. Yeah. Yeah. And then I'll be burnout. Yeah. Please be careful. Please be careful. Don't get burnout. I should probably, yeah. Honestly, I'm hungry too, so in this sprint, I'm probably going to go grab breakfast and bring it up here. The character needs to stay at the island, except the keepers won't let her. Oh, that's very interesting. It's very interesting. Yes! Love this. Love this part. Okay, we have a 40 supporter. I think 40 sounds great, especially because it's like the final stretch, and that way we have like 10 or so minutes to talk at the end. And if anyone needs to go get something to eat, they have time to eat that while they're riding or to go get that. So, yeah, I will see you guys. Well, let me actually set it up first, because as you guys know, this is very difficult for me to figure out. Let's see. Okay, let's go to 40-minute sprint. Perfect. I will get it up in a second. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, we have 40 pulled up. Wait, let me make sure no one said anything. Yep, need to eat something. Facts. Oh, I love a good things need to be changed. I love that. Okay, bye, Caroline. Have fun with the garden. We're gonna miss you, Isabel. Okay, perfect. We have gone through all the comments. We are ready. I hope you guys have a very productive sprint. If you haven't eaten, go get something to eat. And we are going to get started in 3, 2, 1. Hey everybody! I hope the sprint went well for you guys. Sorry, I was bringing something downstairs at the end and I was like running because I was like, the timer's gonna go off and I'm not gonna be there and it's just gonna be quiet and no one's gonna know what to do. But I'm here now. Oh, hi! Hi Renee, I'm so glad that you're here. It's awesome that you're here. For everybody who Sorry, I did not mean to do that. I'm not very good at this app. For all of you who were sprinting that round, how did it go? If you wrote, how many words did you get? What was your last line? If you're editing, like, what are you looking at? How's it going? Somehow, sorry, I had to go upstairs and downstairs twice. I promise you I'm not this out of shape. Okay. So somehow I only did one chapter that sprint two, even though it was twice as long as some of the other ones we were doing. But I'm currently sitting on chapter six. Chapter five was a bit finicky because chapter 5 was a bit finicky because there's a lot of action going on, and also there are just these small details that I'm changing that kind of just pull at these threads and pull a lot of the stuff in this chapter apart, because when you're writing you base a lot of stuff off the stuff you've already wrote, and if you change that stuff, it's basically a slippery slope and it changes a lot of things. There's this It's just a lot of finicky choices that I have to think about, like if I want to make certain changes, am I going to be able to do them, or like also how much is it going to change about the rest of the book? But let me know how you guys are doing. I think overall it went really good. Um, Facts. You take the word sprint quite literally. Yeah, guys, I was quite literally sprinting. Very, very true. I got another couple hundred words. It's coming along. Yes, that's awesome. I think that it's good because it shows that you're very consistent. I bet like it's endurance. You're not like trying to do too much or push yourself or do too little. You're very consistently getting out a similar amount depending on the time. So I think that that's really good. If anyone else was writing or editing, let me know how it is going. I hope it is going well. How am I still out of breath? I also got a new drink, so yeah. Um, yeah, this chapter was very fun. I love this chapter so much because I feel like the book that I'm writing, it has these deeper themes, especially in the beginning, because my main character's dad has just died. So there's like this darkness there and this sadness, but also there's these like tiny moments of humor. I'll find actually I won't reveal it. I won't reveal too much. But I just love having little tiny moments of like humorous things, especially because this is a young adult book. Like that is how life is. There's a mix of like good things and bad things and ups and downs, and I like putting the little bits of humor in there because they're so fun. Not just in like dialogue, but also in like inner description and just like the things that happen. It's so interesting. Also, this action scene is so interesting because quite literally, I believe this is the first action scene that I'd ever written, and I haven't edited this yet. And honestly, looking back over it, it's really not as bad as I thought it could be. There are things that are inconsistent with the world building changes that I made and inconsistent with the characters, but those are mainly the main things that I want to change about this. There's also like an action moment that I want to change to something that makes a lot more sense. But honestly, it's not. The more I reading over my book helps me realize that it's not too bad. Like there are a lot of little issues, but it's not as scary as sometimes I might make it out to be. So that's really good. Um so things are going quite well. If you guys have any questions for me, let me know. But it is currently 9:54, so I think that we're going to. Oh, we have them. Oh my gosh, Taylor. Wait, I'm gonna read Ian's first. Okay. Working theory right now is that they committed the murder of the pilot for reasons unknown, placed the vessel on autopilot, and escaped in some manner before the Rangers arrived. I love that. That's such a fun theory. I'm assuming that it's going to end up different than what they think it is, possibly, but that's a really fun theory, and I like the way you wrote it out. It makes a lot of sense. Taylor, welcome. I love you. I sorry, I'm a fangirl. I saw that you were about to have your premiere for your video in like 5 minutes. So honestly, I'm probably gonna hop over and watch that after this. But hello, Taylor. I'm so glad you're here. I hope that your 10K weekend, I believe it is going well. 10K is a lot, and I'm wishing you and Natalie the best because, in all honesty, I could probably never. But I'm so glad that you guys are doing that. Oh, and excited for the stream tonight. It's going to be fun. Yes, everyone's saying hello. Wonderful. Well, if nobody has any other last lines, I would love to see them if you have them, or anything else to say. I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap up the stream, so we're able to get like a little break in before Cody the writer's stream later, and then Taylor and Natalie's later, and anyone else that you end up watching. Taylor says, "I am." Thank you. I hope you like the vlog, and thank you so much. 30, that is really good. That is really good. That's basically a third of the way through, over the third of the way through. So I think you set yourself up for success there because that was just last night. You have 2 full more days. So I think there is potential. I think you may even get over 10K. Possibly. Don't want to jinx it. Thank you. Thank you guys for being here. It was so much fun. I always love sprinting with you guys. If I'm honest, sometimes I think it's because I do YouTube. Sometimes the body doubling and like having someone with me do it helps me feel more productive. So I'm so glad that you guys enjoyed it. I want to do more of these in the future and with other tubers if anyone's interested. I guess I'll have to see in the future. Maybe we'll get to do another one with the Brooke and everybody. And yeah, it'll be really nice. So I hope that you guys enjoyed the video and that you were able to be very productive. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much for riding with me. Bye.